Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a mini 1350 update. I have been very busy working in the world of 3D. I got myself a 3D printer. I also got Blender, and I've been building stuff left and right. Just everything. Me and SDM and Miguel are starting a little business. We're going to be building some parts for everyone. We're going to be doing car parts, Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever. We'll talk about that in a second. I want to talk about this first. So this is what I've been doing, among other things. I've been prototyping this and trying to get everything just right to fit in. This will work with the kit piece. So I'll show you that. The back here, I've designed it so that the kit piece just sits right there. And the edge of this lines up with the edge of this. There's this little line, you can see right here, this edge just fits right there. And there is a little bit of a gap right there. I don't think you'll see it. I'll have to test fit it. So if you can't see that gap, I'm not going to fill it in. If you can, I will fill it in. The other thing I want to do to this is make these a little bit more proud, because this sits a little too far up for my liking. So I got a couple more things I want to do, but they're mainly cosmetic, like that. Again, I don't think you'll see that because the window, when this is in place, is like right here, and it mainly shows this room here. So what you're really going to see, you're not even going to see this floor, you're going to see this. So yeah, it fits in just fine. We'll look at it on the kit in a little bit. So with this, I'm going to be selling this with this. Now, if you remember, a long time ago, I got these from Miguel. He kindly designed and printed these up. They're just a little too big. So I went in and I resized them. Printed them out in white so no one can see them. But I painted a few there. Anyways, I resized these. So now these chairs, these teeny tiny chairs, are the same size as the chairs in the back here. Those red chairs that go along that back. The couches are the same size as this couch here and this couch here. So this is now in scale. And it's broken because I have to up the supports. I put on very light supports. I went to wash this, and away went all my chairs and tables and couches down the drain. So I have to fix that. Originally there were 3 cushion couches on this. I kept those. I added love seats, so there's 2 cushion couches, and I added 4 cushion couches, like this one here. Our couches, unlike these, have little tiny handrests on them. I don't know if you can see that on this camera, but there are armrests on the sides of these, and there's one hair that's bugging the crap out of me. Get out of here. You can also see the individual cushions too. My camera isn't good enough to show that, but you can see the individual cushions too, which is really cool. So then we got these little tables, and you have long tables. That's what was right here. Unfortunately, I used all the ones on here, so you can't really see them, but you got these tables and long ones. So that is going to come with this. So you can do whatever you want. This on the blueprint was marked as a officer's mess, so that's how I'm going to do it. But again, you got couches, you got chairs, you got different types of tables. You can do whatever you wanted in this area, and there's a lot of area there for you to play with. Also, there's the that little symbol in there, which I made reset, so all I have to do is put a wash in there, a blue wash, and then you'll be able to see it. The other thing I did with this is I added panels on the walls. See, nice panels. I made these pillars and recessed them so you could light them if you wanted to. And the cool thing is, from the back, you can just put masking tape there because it's the exact same size as the front. And you could light these if you wanted to. There's the serving area that you can see right here. There's a big double door right here. There is a slit down the middle of the door. Again, you can't really see it on this camera, but there is one. So yeah, I detailed up as much detail as I could, because the detail in here is going to be in the tables and chairs and whatever you put in here. Now, you're not going to see a ton of this. You will see in here, but you're not going to see a ton of it because those windows are awfully small. But I wanted to make something really detailed to go in there, just so I could go, yeah, this is what's in there. even though you can see it, but you won't be able to see all this. Every little last detail is what I'm saying, but you will see it. So these will come together. Now, building this was kind of a pain. I'll show you what I mean. It's the other thing I've been doing, prototyping. You want to see this? Check this out. A prototype. A prototype. Hold on, there's more. A prototype. A prototype. A prototype. Here's a prototype. 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 Tribble. Prototype. Prototype. And prototype. Yeah. I was being very anal retentive about this and getting it exactly to fit in perfectly. So all you have to do is basically just that, put some glue on it, and you're good. So I have been perfecting this for a while. The other thing that I've been doing is building stuff for the new Grissom. Actually, let's before we do that, let's check out the rec deck. So here's the other rec deck I had. This is the older one I have. I need to perfect this a little bit, but this is pretty much the one that's going to go on the 1 through 50. I also have one for the 1537, which is just as detailed. And actually, the things I did to this, I've been working on this, I'm going to follow through on this. This is more of a kind of forced perspective, so it looks a little wonky like this. Let's get this lighting here a little bit better. Oh, everything just fell off my lamp. That's good. But it's forced perspective so that when you put it in the 1537 and you look at it from this angle, it looks right. From this angle, it looks squashed. But from this angle, it looks dead on. So I just put this together. I painted this up. I hand painted this. You'll want to hand paint this stuff just so you can see the detail. I recessed all those little black areas you see where the game is and where those tabletops are. I recessed those so you can just take your toothpick like I just did and take a drop of paint and just do this and get the paint in there and it'll be fine. And you won't have to hand paint it like I did this one and it looks kind of wonky. That's all in the recesses. It's fine. It's perfect. This is comes in pieces. The back wall is a separate piece. The floor is a separate piece. These two side pieces are separate. Just a little super glue on there. I opened up the back of these things so that these front four little, let's see, you can see them better on this because it's bigger. There's floor panels. They're light panels on the bottom of this. You can light those up on this. We got the turbo lifts are open. This window, this monitor is open. You can see it even printed out those 4 little or 5 little windows that are back there, so you can light those up as well. And of course, there's enough room in the ceiling so you can do ceiling light. So yeah, this is the 1537. This is the 350. Still have to do some work on this. This is pretty much ready to go. Yeah, I really like this. This is really cool. I'd almost build another one for 357 to, or 537, 600, whatever the scale is. I'd almost build another one, even though it was a pain in the keister to put this in here because this looks really cool. And you're not seeing all the detail on the camera, guys. And in person, this is really, really cool. So I think that's all the 1537 currently. I'm working on decks. So you know how I built all the hallways in there? I'm working on those to print those out so you can just put them in the saucer and have those. But the other thing is I've been working on the 1537, not the 1537, the 1350 Griffin. So SDM has been helping me out. We made these doors. These doors. These are on the supports still from 3D prints. Where's the white door, guys? Trying to find the white door because it shows up best on the white door. And of course, it's under the pile. No, I don't know where it is. But, well, you can see it here. This is a replacement part for your Griffin shuttle bay or cargo bay doors. It's just a smooth piece of plastic, but if you wanted something more detailed, we have this nice slotted door. Here's it in white. I did it up in silver here. If you want a little silver, this one you can see better. The silver. I also built cargo bays. So these are perfectly scaled to go into the Grissom. You just put this where you would have put the cargo bay. You have to cut out the cargo bay door, but you just slide that into place, and it fits perfectly. We got 3 different styles. I've got this style right here, the first style. It's got more of a TOS observation booth there, and some 4 windows there. All those doors in back, we got cargo doors on the side. Those do have slats in them like these. It's hard to see. There are tractor beam emitters above the doors. Again, kind of hard to see. You can kind of see it right there. Little tractor beam emitters above all the doors. Big old ceiling tiles and ceiling holes for light. You can see my lights lighting it up nice and bright. So we've got that. And the second style is expanded from this. All I did is the doors on the side, I kicked those open and put little alcoves in there. So there's an alcove over here, there's an alcove over here, and again, big slats in the ceiling for you to light through. So that's what that looks like. And then my favorite one is actually this one right here. More of a movie era observation booth, and it is curved to go along with the curve of the dome on the Grissom. You got a big old slatted door back there. There are crew doors on either side here, and again, cargo doors on either side. I actually put panels on the walls too. There's neat little panels on the walls. Ceiling tile, big old ceiling light panels there for you to light up. So these are on the site right now, really cheap. I think we bundled them with the door. We got these bundled together if you want 3 different styles. So these are ready to go. The other stuff we're doing is automotive stuff for your model cars. I got a bunch of rims that Miguel, Devil Dog, made. I made him make these vectors for a General Lee I want to build in the future. So that's what they look like. I got a little antsy with the Molotov and got some on the side, but it was really easy to paint up, print out. I did all these rims in black resin. You can see that shine off the Molotov chrome pen, and that's only 1 coat. The Molotovs are awesome. I put some on some modern kind of low profile rims or tires with the tread. These are also up there on the site, so that's what they look like. And then I did, let's see, we did up some Kraggers. These things look awesome. This is only 1 coat, so you can kind of still see a little bit of the lines from the print. But I put just a couple coats on this, and those lines vanish. And you can see this looks as good as a kit part with that Molotov. It does have the valve stem. You can see it right there, right above my finger. The valve stem. And these are some other tires, some more deeper treaded tires. But yeah, that looks awesome, you guys. Just Molotov, and it just looks phenomenal. I think I'd go 1 more coat because I can still see a little bit of lines in there. But yeah, otherwise, it looks perfect. These Kraggers are awesome. I got to find a car to build to put those on. We also have 5 slots. These guys here. Again, this is just 1 coat of Molotov. And then here, without the tire, is 2 coats. So you can see those lines just vanishing. And I would do about 3 coats, but yeah, that looks pretty good. And the other thing I did on the back of this is I just painted on the Molotov, and what I did with this stiff bristle brush is I stippled it. And what I got was a kind of sandblasted look. So if you want that sandblasted look to your rim, you can just paint it with the normal with the Molotov, and then take a nice little stiff brush and just stipple it a bit, and you get that really nice sandblasted look on your rim. So that's that. Here's what they look like before the Molotov, those Kraggers, just black resin. We're also doing dioramas. I'm starting to build room pieces. So like there'll be a room, just a little printed part of a room, and I've made slats in it so you could hook the rooms together. I made slats on the side so you could hook walls into them. That's something really cool. I can't wait to show you guys that. That's a special project. I got a secret project that I'm not going to tell you about. And then something else I built recently is, oh, and I broke the wheel. I just super glued it on. Dang it. Oh well. This is a battery charger / starter. I still have to get a decal for this. This is silver, but this thing's black. The paint is still wet. I went in. You can actually see the spokes in the tire, and I don't know if my camera will show it off, but I actually put the grooves in the tire too, and there's that one center groove that sits proud of the tire. That's in there too. But yeah, there are mounts in the back for you to put wire in there. There's little holes there. You just that's got a little paint in it. But yeah, there's holes in there, so you can just put some wire in there. I plan on making the clips, the battery clips, so you can hook your wire to the battery clips. So yeah, this is a 70s model from the 70s. This is, yeah, again, based off my dad's from my whole life. He's had this thing pretty much. I will build a modern one though. So I got a modern. I got pictures of a modern one. So if you don't like the retro style, we got a modern one that I'll be building here soon, and we'll be putting these on the site soon. So a lot of exciting stuff. Unfortunately, it's been keeping me away from the Reliant and the 1350. I promise I'll do the Reliant next week. I'm going to focus on the Reliant next week. That will be the next week. Week after that, I am going to get back to the 1350. I'm going to show you what's kind of been the cause outside of, this stuff. One of the other reasons I haven't really touched the 1350. I'll be back in a second. We'll fit this piece in here, and we'll talk about the 1350. Be back in a second. One quick thing before we get to the 1350. I forgot to mention this. We do custom work, guys. If you want us to build you something for a diorama, for a kit, if you want us to build something like this kit isn't detailed or this detail's wrong, could you do this and build a detail that's correct? We will do that. Currently on the site, which is probably right here, right about now, and the link will be in the description as well. But currently, the custom tab doesn't work. Go to the contacts and then email us. Say, I've got this idea. Could you guys do this? Could be anything, any kind of kit, any diorama, whatever you're doing, whatever you're building. If you just want something to augment it, if it's something you want a scratch build, but it's just such a pain in the that you just want to go through it. We could build it for you. Custom stuff ain't a problem. So yeah, go to the contacts tab. Also, if you want to purchase anything and you need it printed, go to that contact. Say, I'd really like this, but I need it printed. I don't have access to a printer. I can't just download the digital file. Go to that contacts. Let us know. We'll work something out. But we're gearing up here real soon to have shipped printed stuff available for you guys. Anyways, 1350. Be right back. All right, guys. First, the bad news before we fit this piece into place. This thing is way too proud. You see this? That is way too proud. Let's bring in the lower section here. So I put this down. It's nowhere near getting closed, but it's bumping into this right here. I would have to remove a lot more of this than I want to in order to get this to even. It won't even fit. It's just not going to fit. And I don't want to remove more of this material because this is what's holding up that spindly neck. And I want this to be as sturdy as I possibly can make it. I've already got this gone for the wires. I don't want to remove any more. And anyways, I think it would expand beyond this line here. So that's way too proud. And what I'm going to have to do is tear this out. Now this is already tied in to my two impulse engine LEDs. They're tied into the amber part of this. And this is wired, and we got the warp right here. So this is all ready to go. I just need to get this out of here. Somehow, carefully remove this. This is one of the reasons I like using hot glue, guys. Because if you screw up like this, you can pretty much pop this out. And I think that's all I got on here is hot glue. So I just have to really carefully pop this out and somehow make this a lot shorter without tearing out any of my wires. Which I don't think I'm going to be able to do. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, tear the wires out, redo this whole thing. That's one of the reasons that I haven't been working on this. It's just, I don't want to tear this out. After all the work I did, I don't want to tear that out. But I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and do it. Anyways, so here is our BC deck. This goes right like this. Alright? Oh, where's the kit part? Here's the kit part. First we put the kit part in. Oh, I'm also redoing this. I'm going to make a new window, what are they? The 3 window panes. The middle parts of those. I'm gonna my kit part was screwed up, so I'm just gonna make a new whole thing for this. So we have this right here, and there's an edge here, and there's these two back parts here, bulkheads. So you line this up with that. So we line that up with that. You can see, let's turn it around. Let's get everything stuck. So that's lined up there. And so this is just designed to go on top of that, just to set right up there. And as you can see, that fits right in there on the kit piece on either side. So you know it's in the correct spot if you've got those two lining up. You can see it's a little too high for me, and you'll never see this gap here. So I mean, really, I don't need to do anything to it. I could just leave it like this because the windows are up above this, and you'll never see the gap. I mean, it's barely a gap in between there. You can hardly see it. So I don't think I'm gonna have to mess with that gap. What I'm gonna do is put some LEDs in here, tape this up, and look at it from the other side to make sure that everything's proper. But I think this is pretty much perfect. You can see that fits right in there. Right in there. I'm so glad I got that to fit. So that is how that fits in there. And the next time that we work with this, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna light that up. We're gonna put our windows in, and oh yeah, I had a bad reaction to some soap. That's what that is. See? Soap my hands up and I got all hivey. That's what that is. Anyways, we're gonna put our windows in there. We're gonna put our LEDs in there. We're gonna put this in there. We're gonna wire LEDs into the mains. We're gonna tear that out and try not to cry while we're doing it. The other thing, I did get a few things done on the lower. That light is flickering. Why? I did get a couple things done down here. I got the kit parts in for those blinkers. I also got the kit parts in for the thrusters. So that's all I did down here. And then I marked off where my rec deck is going. Where is my rec deck? Here is my rec deck. So yeah, I marked off where the rec deck's going. So, ta-da! So yeah, that's what I did. So next week, Reliant. A week after that, we're gonna bite a big ol' bullet, tear that out of there, get our BC deck all painted. I'm going to put the tables and chairs in there. We're going to get that in place, and we're going to see what happens. Maybe I'll be able to, maybe I'll have the this finalized so I can put that in, and we can actually get these two halves together. Wouldn't that be nice? So I hope you guys will join me. Seriously apologize for being gone, but sometimes you got to do 3D parts for a month. So anyways, I want to thank all my old subs. I want to thank all my new subs. You guys are equally rad. And until next time, you guys take care.